Hey, this is Clay Nelson Life Balance Hour. Welcome back. We're dealing with the I don't wannas of life. And before we went on a break, we were talking about what the I don't wannas cost us and what kind of energy gets used up and quite frankly, how we can get from an I don't wanna to I can or I do wanna. Okay, so it's all about getting straight around. You have the power in how your life turns out.
Yep.
And if the I don't wannas get you, who do you have to be? What do you have to do so the I don't wannas don't stop you? So I understand we have a caller. Hey, hi, this is Clay Nelson. What can I do for you?
Hi, this is Kimmy. And listening to your topic today, I was thinking, in the whole grand scheme of things, one of my biggest I don't wannas in the world is I hate going to the grocery store. And I have a bunch of friends who are in that same boat. So I guess what I'm wondering about is when you have an I don't wanna that's something you got to do, how do you just give it up and just, I mean, I go to the grocery store. I hate going to the grocery store. I hate it.
Yeah.
So-
Okay, well, the number one thing about going to the grocery store I've learned is don't ever go hungry or come home with 9,000 bags of Oreos. You know what I mean? So that's the one thing you got to know. The next thing is anytime I have an I don't want to do, it's something that's obligatory, like going to the grocery store or cleaning the bathroom or cutting the lawn or something it's redundant. Every week the lawn keeps going, the bathroom keeps getting dirty, and we keep running out of food.
Yes.
Those kind of things?
Yes.
It's all about how can we have fun doing it. Like, what else can you do? Well, it's like you go to the grocery store, yeah, but is there something you can do on the way home? As long as you don't have popsicles in the grocery bag, because you got to get those home before they melt. But maybe on the way there, maybe you can do something else. Go to the park and go whatever, and then go to the grocery store and come home. So it's not just go to the store, buy your stuff, and come home. So it's all about creative thinking.
Yeah, and not creatively
That
grabbing.
didn't work, did it? Yeah.
Well, but I was just thinking when you said, well, what could you do on the way home, to make it more fun? And I'm thinking, well, you open up the bag of cookies that you bought while you were at the store,
Yeah.
and you eat them on the way home.
Yeah, that's depression. That's not just I don't want it. That's depression eating. Okay, so it's all about it's about attitude. It's about being unstoppable. It's about getting that. Life is full of things that get redundant. You don't want to do. Think about this? How do you exercise?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, and do you ever get to an exercise class or get into your gym or get onto your treadmill, whatever, and you're just going, I don't want to do this.
All the time.
Yeah, and then what do? You get going with the class, or you listen to your coach, or you or you push the go button on the treadmill, and then you just kind of get into it, right?
Right.
All right. Do you think there are people in the grocery store that also don't want to be there?
Oh, I know there are.
Yeah, a lot of people go to the grocery store. They don't go there to find groceries. They go there to find a date. You get it? So that whole game is set up. It's all about how people get along. So it's
I guess, listening to you talk, and as I think about it, I probably spend more time putting off and walking around the house moaning about how I have to go to the grocery store than I actually spend at the grocery store if I would just go.
Yeah.
Get her done.
Yeah, but do you hear that, though?
It's so funny because I'm seriously, this is a huge issue for me.
Yeah.
And just talking about it out loud with you instead of just moaning about it,
Yeah.
I'm like, duh.
Yeah, but think about this. How much time do we as a people, all right, spend in the domain of I don't wanna? We don't talk about it. We just live it and kind of fester.
Mm-hmm.
How much energy do we spend doing that? And you notice how just talking about it on a radio show, and I'm sorry, I don't know where you live or where you're calling it from, but just think of all the people from where you are. What's your city?
I'm actually watching you streaming from Davenport, Iowa.
Davenport, Iowa. So from Davenport, Iowa to Santa Barbara, if all the people between those two cities could give up the I don't wanna, what would happen to the entire nation? Can you get it?
Yeah.
I mean, energy could happen. Life could take off. Worlds could come together.
Very cool.
You
Well,
got it? Yeah, good.
And all the friends that complain about going to the grocery store too, I'm going to have them download your podcast of this later.
Okay,
so they
cool.
can
Also,
too.
when they complain, just get them on the list, and you all go to the grocery store together.
There we go.
Have a party.
All right, cool. Thanks for calling
Thank
in.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Wow, Iowa. All the way to Iowa.
Cool.
Wow.
Very cool.
She's streaming from Iowa. Wow. Okay, now, so the I don't wannas of life, how do we do that? What do we do? Okay? Everybody has I don't wannas. It's a game. It's called I don't want to play. I don't want to do it. I don't have to. Someone else should be here. Why me? Why do I have to grow? Why can't someone else grow? This absolutely sucks. Okay? And the truth is, you are what you speak. If you speak negative, if you speak down, if you speak, I can't, I don't want, I'm tired of, that's what you're going to get back. You really do get what you put out. Okay? You are what you speak.
Well, don't you think too that a lot of people think that life needs to be hard in order to get anything out of it? Like, I mean, why can't life be more fun?
Well, think
so
about-
if you put fun into your life,
Yeah, think
then-
about her example. You know, it's like going to the grocery store every day is hard and boring. And
Spend
I gotta,
more time thinking about
and
it.
I got to get depressed because if I go every week, I can see how much the prices are increasing. You know, so it's just you have to understand life is what you make it. The I don't want is they're there everywhere, and you can have them get you or not. You know, I do a personal planning workshop in Santa Barbara about every couple of months, and in the personal planning workshop we deal with developing a purpose statement, and that statement is a gauge of how big you're playing in life.
I was just thinking about that.
Yeah, you know, so it's like a purpose statement is am I living in the world of I don't wanna, or am I living in possibility? Can you get that? All right, so it's like, who am I being? Like my purpose statement says who I am is I make a difference with anyone I'm standing next to, any place I'm standing on the planet.
And I
And
see you do that in the grocery store.
Yeah.
A lot.
I mean, I meet people in the grocery store and I look at them, I go, wow, how's your day going? Well, I don't want to be here. And I go, oh, well, come on, let's go look at the oranges. And they look at me like I'm totally wacko, but they're smiling before I walk away.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So what's your purpose say?
Mine is, who I am is a gentle and loving spirit living in the presence of all that is. I'm an expression of God's grace and a foundation of freedom and forgiveness, a seeker and a knower, sharing life's beauty, adventure, new beginnings, and the richness of nature's majesty. I am a playful artist making angels in the snow.
Very cool. So now, do you get to a place where you don't want to, right? I don't want to.
Oh, yes.
Like, I don't want to go fill up the car. I don't want to go pick up CJ, all right? I don't want to take Hitch out for a potty stop. Got
At
it?
3 o'clock in the morning.
And if you read your purpose statement, though, if you read, you know, that statement, it doesn't say, oh, you know, you're going to be down or you're going to be stopped. You just get up and get her done.
Yep.
I mean, that's where get her done came from.
Well, it was our choice to have a puppy too. I
Yeah.
mean, so that's one of the things that comes to my mind is, it was my choice. It was your choice. It was our choice to get a puppy, and along with that comes the responsibility of taking care of him and having him grow up to be a happy dog. So
So,
taking him out at 3 o'clock in the morning is part of that
so
responsibility.
it gets back to the same basic thing. We have a say in how our lives turn out. No one else does. If our lives aren't working and the I don't want a monster has us,
Yeah.
it's because we've allowed the I don't want a monster to get us, right?
Yep.
And if that's the case, what do you do when the I don't want a monster gets you and you know you're being gotten? What tools do you use to pull out of that? What happens if you're by yourself and you just don't want to do anything? You don't want to write the report. You want to play the game. You don't want to do this. So what do? How do you do that? What are some of the tools you can use to pull out of the I don't want us? You can call someone and say, hey, you know what? I just don't want to play today. I'm depressed. I don't like the world, so on and so forth. Can you give me some idea of how I can pull out of this? So you ask for help, all right? You can clear it. And clearing is just a way that you communicate what's going on with you and what you speak. And you speak it in a way where you give it up to somebody else. Or you can write, I don't want to, whatever it is you don't want up on a piece of paper. You wad it up and throw it away, all right?
Yep.
Or some people with a very strong biblical belief, they can pray it away. Just give it up to God. I mean, it works really good for them. It's really great. Now, but the best thing, the number one thing you can do to break through the I don't want us is to get real straight and clear that the I don't want us live between your ears and in your head. So all you have to do is to get into action. Like right now, I'm going to get into action, and I have to take a break that I don't want to do, but I'm going to do it in a happily, surrendering way. So
And we can have fun on the break.
we could have fun on the break.
Yeah.
All right. So you're listening to Clay Nelson Life Balance Hour, and we're dealing with the I don't want us on KZSB AM 1290. Come on back.